Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is October 5th, and that means day 278 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we continue printing out really cool Halloween stuff with this really cool little pumpkin vase. And the print turned out so good, I gMaxSized it, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 278 of the 3DP 365 project. We're still printing out really cool Halloween stuff, and on today, the pumpkin vase. And our print turned out awesome. This is a very, very cool design. It does kind of have that cool pumpkin gourd look. It actually almost looks like a little candy bag too, so it has a lot of different visual kicks that it does when you look at the finished model. My wife even said it kind of reminded her of kind of like a haystack. But either way, this is a very, very cool design. I was just fascinated by all the different folds and stuff within the design itself. And once it printed out, I knew I needed a bigger one. So I went back into Simplify 3D and I scaled it up to 225%. This is the 100% model, and this is 225% scale. And both prints turned out awesome. I am very happy with the results. Let's talk about the little one first, because it did turn out pretty perfect. This is some of that Matter Hackers Pro Series PLA Orange, one of my favorite colors for Halloween. And the print itself has that really great smooth matte finish again that I've been getting with all the prints on this roll of orange filament, which is really cool. It really adds to the Halloween look, because if it was glossy, it'd be too shiny. And the print itself turned out perfect. There are no blobs, no globs, no layer skips or layer shifts. There's no sign of under extrusion. There is some little weirdness though in the beginning of the print. It looks like maybe there might have been an extruder clog or something, because there's a very thin area here on the bottom one. But it's still a really, really great print. It turned out perfect and I am happy with the results. So once I saw that this had printed, and this only took about 90 minutes to print. It's a short little print in vase mode. We did use 3 bottom layers and run it out at 35 millimeters. No, wait, this is vase mode, so 45 millimeters per second with my modifier set for 80% for the outer perimeter. Because if you look at the settings when you're setting up any kind of prints, there are a lot of modifiers in the Speed tab in Simplify 3D. One of them is the outermost perimeter, which is your highly detailed perimeter. And when you're in vase mode, if you set your default speed for 50 millimeters per second, or even 60 millimeters per second, the next setting underneath, which I believe is the next setting underneath, is your outer perimeter percentage speed. And if you have that set from previous settings, you're not going to get your full vase mode print speed. I noticed that printing this. So I kicked it up to 80%. It was previously set at 70% because it was set up for multiple perimeters. And at 70%, that's nice and slow to run that last perimeter around to make sure you capture all the detail and get a good layer adhesion. But in vase mode, you kind of want to print it out at the speed you want. So you should set that modifier for 100%, so you're getting 100% speed. And I noticed a significant change. It really was printing a lot faster than normal because I had kicked up that modifier again to 80%. So I left it there when we scaled it up. When we went up to 225% of the original model, which is this big print, which turned out awesome, I left the modifier at 80% with 45 millimeters per second as the print speed, and it took almost 10 hours to print this vase. Now that modifier is super important when you're printing for multiple perimeters, but it affects vase mode too. So just so you guys know that, I did notice a significant speed increase by going from 70 to 80%. This vase probably would have taken about 14 hours to print at 70% modifier, but at 80% it only took about 10, so it's not too bad. And the print itself, it had the same issue, so I think it might have something to do with the geometry. There's like one of the little folds of this tire pumpkin here that it's really, really thin. I have to try and find it, I can't see it right now. But either way, it looks like it might be something to do with geometry. And though this is a really steep angle at the start, that might be part of it too. Oh, I actually did find it, it's right there. Now I doubt you guys will see it, and I didn't get any good pictures of it in the close-ups because it is pretty tiny. But it looks like it's just a geometry error because it's in both faces. But this print turned out just as good as the small one. It has that same smooth matte finish to it, and it turned out great. I love this design. It really does look like some sort of gourd, and it's definitely gonna fit in with all of our really cool Halloween decorations, and my gMax did a stellar job on the print. Well, that about wraps it up for day 278 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, check out the affiliate links down in the description. If you make a purchase through Matter Hackers, Amazon, or GearBest, it kicks a little bit back to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, and I really appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more awesome Halloween prints.